Welcome everyone back to another Onward VRML 3 cast. I'm your host, TheSkyJoker, and apologies for hopping into this one late. My alarm did not properly wake me up on time, but I still made it in time to at least catch most of the action. So hopefully we didn't miss anything too special, but we are here now in the 3v2, Shadow and Allison right on the objective. Patty and Cabbage need to be able to react to this. VRSECTR coming around the corner, manages to catch one. Now down to just Cabbage. Smoke right on the objective. Wasabi is tablet out, capping right now under the smoke. Cabbage can't see this. He has the tablet out. His teammate dies for him. He is still attempting to cap here under the smoke. I think he's just given up on it, though. Yes, he gave up on the cap attempt. He's coming around with his weapon. Just circling around the corner, but Wasabi ends up coming out on top, giving VRSECTR the first point on Subway. Again, I apologize for the kind of unorthodox jumping into this, as we give them their much-deserved point. Let's go ahead and hop onto the scoreboard. I believe this might actually be map 2. I might have missed map 1, but I'm not 100% sure. Unfortunately, we do not have the bans. Again, coming into this a little bit late. Again, an unusual kind of situation here. It is very early my time. About 6 a.m. My alarm was intended to wake me up at 4, but it never went off. So, but we are here. We are catching as much of the Onward action as we can, this being the Asia region, a region that last I saw has not been casted in a few seasons, if my research is correct. So I wanted to try my best to get this region an audience. So now we're here. Map 1, Subway Invictus versus VRSECTR. I don't know a lot about these teams, so I don't really have any predictions about how this is going to go. We're just going to sit and watch and check it out. Again, 2 bronze teams, so anything could happen. The bronze teams being a little bit more open to do some of the crazier stuff. Looks like we're not getting any desktop audio. Let me get that fixed before we continue on. Apologies for the last minute here. We are getting desktop audio now. All right, so looking at the defense here, they've got a pretty meta defense, except, wow, their southern watch is actually very far south. Cat is trying to help me cast here, guys. Right, so let's take a look at the southern defense here. Oh, and Allison pushing out and catching Guaca, bringing this quickly and swiftly to a 5v4. Iliosa not in a good position for the refrag here. Take a look at the other 3 approach. Coming down the south stairs, it looks like the whole team is actually going to run into this southern defense, which they've stacked relatively heavily. And a Volk drone coming out here. Ooh, an interesting play. Gonna catch all 3 of these guys. That is very important information that the defense has just gathered here. They are now well aware of this approach. Shadow's gonna peek out and look for it. Allison also gonna peek out and look for it. Finding one. Cabbage. Addy not quite sure where the shots came from. Can't get the refrag. D-Foot looking for the refrag. Can't quite find it. Shadow now aware he's in the corner. Making the approach, and he gets him. But Patty with the nice supporting angle there. Let's get some lasers on for y'all. Hey, requesting help. Wasabi coming in for the flank, and he gets him as Aliosa picks up one. Down to just a 1v3 now. Invictus can come back or not. He has 3 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time on a map like Subway to do some rotations, get some picks. Take a look at the overhead, see if that defender... No, he's still staying in the stairs. He hasn't rotated yet. Odd decision. Off objective. Aliosa manages to pick up 2 here. This could be dangerous. Wasabi, again, still isn't rotating. This is right now just kind of looking around, seeing if they can get any picks or making their move. Gonna go for it. And Wasabi still hasn't rotated back towards the objective. Aliosa manages to pick up these 2 and cap quick enough. This could be a comeback. Aliosa looking for shreds, doesn't quite connect with the shots. Wasabi should be aware of this. Yes, Wasabi is now rotating to the back line of Aliosa. Aliosa is not going to be ready for this. And he finds the kill. VRSECTR bringing in their 2nd point. On either map 1 or map 2. I'm pretty sure it is map 2 as this match started 30 minutes ago. Or at least should have. So I believe this is map 2. So apologies if the scoreboard scoring is incorrect. Again, unsure of the map 1 results here. I'm going to see if I can find out, though. So that way we can get everything situated. All right, we're going to go ahead and hop in to the next round here. Round number 3 of Subway. We have moved objectives now to the Southern Stairs objectives, a new objective here in the VRML on Subway. See how they choose to play it. Allison getting very aggressive down here. Actually, no, Allison's rotating all the way tunnel side. Not going to go south stairs. An interesting rotation here. Going to go right past Guaca, who's in a nice ambush spot on the south stairs. Basically going to be a dead angle now, as nobody's going to come this direction. He might hear Allison below him, though, and that could be some information to go off of. MP5 flashlight here. The ultimate CQB setup. Perfect for these tunnel corridor patients coming through here. Go ahead and take a look at the rest of the offense as they tactically clear their way through the market. Doing a very good job at supporting each other's angles. as they clear this area. They are very close to each other, a little bit weak to grenades and possibly C4 traps, which Subway is so known for. But might get caught here being a little too aggressive. Look at what D-Foot's... Oh, so he's hiding in that little pillar, or kind of inside the indention, I should say, just waiting for the offense to kind of peek out here and make their way up this alley. Wonder if they'll be ready for this. We also have to keep an eye on Wasabi as he makes his move towards Iliosa. And drops the camera so we don't miss any of the action. Wasabi getting aggressive here. If he picks up Ali, that's going to open up a nice approach for him a little bit. He's going to be able to set a foothold in this L shape. And that's going to be very powerful as they prepare for their final attack. And D-Foot peeks out, catching shreds. The refrag not coming out here. And some pop shots. He knows he's being pushed. Allison looking for the kill. Cabbage is coming to back him up. Oh, and they find both of them. A beautiful show of teamwork. Hollow with the pistol and Wasabi picking up Ali. They now have 2 footholds on both sides of the objective here as Shadow makes his way towards the south stairs. Patty is rotated off and he gets shot in the back for it. Now down to just Guaca versus the 4. Now down to 3 as he picks up 1. But the objective is wide open. Shadow pushing it. He's now on the objective, but Allison finds the final kill. VRSECTR picking up another point. VRSECTR coming out here showing excellent teamwork here. They're covering each other's angles. They're moving up methodically. And they are just on it. They know where they need to go, how they need to do it. Just all around good experience showing up here. I think Invictus is just struggling to react properly to what VRSECTR is doing. And I think that's what's hurting them the most right now. But if Invictus just kind of locks it down, just kind of catches on to some of their movements, I think this could be grounds for a comeback here. They do have to attack now, VRSECTR, on the defense, which I would say Subway sides a little bit more towards the defense most of the time. I would say maybe in the lower areas. But up here, Marsoc does have a pretty solid chance, especially with all of the cap spots that this objective has. Invictus is not out. They do have a chance here to come back and show VRSECTR that they came to play. As we hop into round number 4. Full offense taking the lower mid platform here straight to the tunnels. Oh man, was this a full team push into the tunnels? I count all 5 of them. Gonna be interesting here. They're making a lot of noise down here. Wonder if any of the defenders hear this. This is a fun adventure. I'm not sure if they know 100% where they're going, and I think that's part of the dynamic here. Hollow picking up 1 as they round the corner. Guaca only down, still resable. Shreds is making the push, finds one, finds two, finds three, and Patty with the refrag. Hollow getting aggressive, looking for the kill. Patty just falling back, realizing that this was a bad idea. Patty wants no more of that. Drops a little martyr grenade in case they chase.
He's still there.
Don't kill us, please. And we have ourselves a bit of a standoff. Patty and Allie not wanting to push up. Neither do the VRSECTR defenders. He's gonna go in with the knife. Allison rushes down the stairs with the knife, and he gets one with the trade. Oh my goodness. And then Patty with an instant refrag. Wow. A quick joust down the stairs to find one. Patty now alone versus the remaining two defenders. Did we catch that replay? Oh man, my replays are not showing, but I did catch it. We'll see if we can get the full screen or not. Oh man, unfortunately the replays are not functioning. Sad days. But we did catch it. That will hopefully catch in a highlight reel. Looks like this is confirmed to be map 2. Map 1 looks like was a 4-1 on Suburbia. Getting the full details now on which team won. VRSECTR took Suburbia 4-1. So we'll see if we can get that fixed in the scoreboard here when this round is over. So this could actually be the final, or at least the winning round of the series for VRSECTR here. How do you make his way objective? Actually, the objective is wide open. If Patty sneaks his way into this corner here, right outside of Shadow's view, he could cap. He's actually checking the code now. He's going to go for it. This is an open objective here. He is tablet out now. Oh, man, right before the line. He is tablet out. He is capping here. Shadow can't see it. Oh, but he's going to check it. Oh, as he peeked out just a little bit too much. Just enough for Shadow to catch the movement. VRSECTR takes their fourth point and therefore takes the series away. Oh, that is not the correct score. We'll go ahead and take away that. Again, this was map 2. They took Suburbia 4-1, so they have won the series. We're going to go ahead and play around with the scoreboard so it can match properly. And there you go. That is the updated score. Currently. I'm curious though, if we've had 2 CQB maps, where is Invictus going to take them next? Will they opt to go to a more medium range map? Looks like everybody is pulling out, so a rehost is in order. Looks like we're going to go into a custom map. Don't go too far, as we don't need to go into an intermission. We can just hop out of here. And now that the gameplay view can be hidden, let us see where it takes us. So I believe the 2 possibilities are Shipyard and Sand for the custom maps. If we're rehosting, we're probably going to one of them. Waiting for the lobby to come up. All right, so it's taking a little bit longer than usual, so I'm going to go ahead and throw it into an intermission, and we will be right back.
VRware. Our passion VRware. Our passion is for the VRware. Our passion is for the
Welcome back to the action, folks. Into map 3 of Quarantine. We are actually hopping in to a 3v3 now. Looks like there's a bit miscommunication, or at least a misunderstanding of the rules of the game. The teams assumed that after one team has won the first 2 maps that it was over. However, that is not the case. You still play map 3 in order to decide how much MMR is lost or gained. But it looks like some of the players were unable to return. So again, hopping in to this 3v3, an interesting dynamic for a map like Quarantine, a very large map. It's gonna be hard to not have a full 5-member team on this type of environment, or in this type of environment. Empty Full about to catch Allison right in the back here as he runs right past his position. All by his lonesome, a very aggressive defensive push here. Now down to a 2v3, looking at the overhead. The offense doing a really good job at cutting this map almost in half here. Very efficient, especially with only 3 of them up. Oh, Wasabi picking up Empty Full right up there on the rooftop. Nice shot. Evening things up to a 2v2 now. Go ahead and take a look at Aliosa's approach here. Aliosia is how we're going to start pronouncing that, as I've just realized there's another Y there. I'm probably completely butchering it anyways. This way up the south side of the mall here. Inching down the street, making quite a bit of noise, but that's okay as there's no defenders around here. Wasabi might actually see this. No, there's a little bit too much lower coverage, but Ali goes out in the open if Wasabi peeks out. You will catch Ali right here in the corner. Oh, they are just barely missing each other right now. He's making the call outs for D-Foot to make his way up and support him. Teamwork going to play an important role here in this 2v2. He's making quite a bit of noise with the call outs. Still pretty exposed. Wasabi just not peeking out enough. However, the objective being here is pretty loud for the defenders, so I doubt they can hear Ali over there. D-Foot now crossing out in the open. Watching 2 different angles here. Oh, trying to keep everything in the frame so we don't miss the action. Making his way up to the objective here. Oh, the objective is actually open. If he hits this corner with tablet out, he can actually cap from around this corner without the defense knowing. Shadow is not checking for that. But I don't think Ali's aware that he can do this, as he's not heading that direction. Ali's about to round the corner. I don't think Shadow's ready for this close angle. He is dialed in onto D-Foot out in the distance here. Oh, Ali with the single shot manages to find Shadow. Down to just a 1v2. Wasabi's not reacting to this, but he does manage to catch D-Foot. Now Wasabi's trying to clear the objective, making sure he doesn't get capped on. Oh, he leaves the objective. Ali is now inside. Oh, man. Oh, he's tablet out, but he's not typing it in. He's just looking at it. Oh, they are right next to each other. And Wasabi rounds the corner. Oh, and the single shot, not quite enough. Wasabi coming out on top, successfully defending the objective and giving VRSECTR the first point of map 3. Man, that was close. Very, very close. That could have been a cap if Invictus, again, if they had gone to this corner right here and pulled their tablet out. You can cap from here, if I recall correctly. Man, that could have been anybody's point right there. Hop now into round number 2. Pretty quick on the round change. Not a lot of people to discuss the strats. Curious to see, again, how they set up this defense here with only 3 players. Looks like they're going to do a 2-1 split on the offense here. They are not opting to go together. Interesting split up. The defense here playing a bit more condensed than the last defense. Not sending anybody up early. They're staying back. They're holding 2 corners and a central position. They're going to try and lock this down. D-Foot going to end up engaging with 2 attackers over here in the north. Then Aliosaya. We're just going to say Ali. Going to have to deal with Wasabi there in the south. Go ahead and follow along here with this offense. Ooh, shots onto the attackers, not finding their mark. D-Foot holding down the money trucks from Motel. Shadow looking for the shot. They're actually going to opt to rotate back around to the other side of the building. Good call to not try and challenge that window. It's a very dark window, hard to spot the defender in. Take a look at Wasabi's position here with the 4X marksman rifle. Looking for empty full on objective. Might have just spotted his head.
I've got on and off coverage on it.
Oh, they might have just seen each other. I think Wasabi missed it. Empty full definitely saw it though. Allison looking for the shots. Onto Motel, just some suppression so Shadow can move up. Great teamwork here. Allison doing an astounding job at keeping the suppression up. And Shadow picks up Ali in the south 3-story. Now gonna have to deal with D-Foot. They are right on top of each other. Shadow's crossing out in the open. If D-Foot has any backup from empty full, Shadow will go down. Oh, empty full picks up Wasabi in the south. Now down to a 2v2.5. Ali still resable, able to give call-outs up there in the 3-story. Oh, D-Foot just shoulder peeking on Shadow here. And D-Foot with the pistol trying to defend himself. Empty Full now coming in for the assist. See if Allison can get there in time to support. Shadow getting shots onto Empty Full. A good spot. Empty Full defending himself. Shots ringing out onto both members. Allison arriving in time to back him up, but Empty Full finding the side of Shadow. Allison now getting aggressive towards the objective here. Gonna cross right out. Like Allison's actually gonna opt to a full rotation around the south side of Mall here. Interesting decision as Invictus has their eyes locked in on that north side. If Allison's fast enough before they realize that the rotation could have come out, this could be deadly. They are still locked in on that north side. Empty Full. Not quite turning around here. And Allison finds his back. Bringing this to a 1v1.5. Allie still able to give these callouts. Might catch Allison on this rotation. Oh, D-Foot looking for the shots. Oh, man. Allison just crossing right on the lines, but now checking the tablet. D-Foot very far off objective here. Needs to be rotating back in. This could be a cap here. If Allison just creeps up right onto these pillars, this could be a cap, but D-Foot's reacting to it. Allison's pulling out the tablet. Going for the cap. Oh, he's on objective. D-Foot's going to come around, but it's not fast enough for VRSECTR. Gets the cap. Wow. That was very close. Invictus just not quite quick enough on the reactions. VRSECTR walking away with a nice cap. Once again, VRSECTR just doing a great job at the teamwork, supporting each other in the push-ups. Again, this is a 3v3, a little bit tougher for the defense to comfortably hold all the angles and approaches to the objective on a map like this. But again, 3 on the offense. Hard for them to get any solid pinches, any aggressive attacks. So it works both ways. Now hopping in. Now hopping into round number 3. As VRSECTR discussing how they're going to defend this with only 3 players. Again, not the usual setup. This is normally a 5v5 game. However, due to some misunderstandings here, not all players are in it for the third map. Some early action here out of the quick spawn from Invictus. Allison looking for Empty Full, but Empty Full, quick on the reflexes, manages to get the shots onto Allison, bringing this to a 3v2 now. Wasabi in the hospital looking for one. Calls out that Allison is down and manages to find D-Foot in the open cross. And the confirmation comes out, equalizing things to a 2v2. Let's go ahead and follow along with Empty Full to see his approach here. If he plays his cards right, and if he actually rotates all the way around, he could find the side of Shadow. And that could be a cap if Wasabi's not on top of it or quick enough. That white car should be enough cover to hide Empty Full from the rooftop. And this could be a cap back. If VRSECTR successfully defend this, though, this will be the final round of the series. They have already... VRSECTR has already won the series. However, again, playing map 3 for total MMR loss and gain. Shadow making a really risky cross out in the open. Fortunately, no attackers were peeking at that moment. Emptyful just barely missing it, but Shadow's actually leaving the objective. He is on the hunt for an attacker. Oh, he's not going to fully leave. He's actually rotating back now. So I'll be calling out that there's one right on top of him, or at least right under him. Emptyful and Shadow both exposed to each other, but Shadow finds the shots. Emptyful not quite able to connect, now down to just Alley. Oh, and the trade comes out. VRSECTR take the 4th point, the final point of the series. GG's to both teams. Great job. Good rounds. Again, sorry to all the viewers that we were unable to catch Suburbia. Hopefully next week I am available again to get this cast, and hopefully my alarm gets set properly. Again, very early for the NA region. Trying to get up at 4 a.m. to catch this, but at least we were able to catch Subway in quarantine for y'all. But that is it for VRML 3 this morning. I've been your host, TheSkyJoker. Be sure to tune in to all of the great games coming out this weekend. I believe we got 2 venues matches coming out, both on Sunday, if I recall correctly. So you don't want to miss those. Fire up those quests. Hop into venues. It is a great environment to check out the Onward action. You don't want to miss it. Thank you all again for showing up. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible. And I hope everyone has a great rest of their day or night, depending on what region you're in. We'll catch y'all next time.